I mean, he was a nice enough fellow, but it was just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things where, there's just no space.
Wow. And I could not imagine being on an elevator with that many people either, because one that's not real happy with elevators, first of all.
Uh-oh.
And then second, when they're really, really crowded. You know, when you first get in and there's only a few people and it keeps stopping floor to floor and more people keep getting on. Oh, my gosh. That just drives me insane.
I'm not a big fan of that either. Do you not like enclosed spaces? Is that why it bugs you?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. It depends on what it is, but elevator is definitely one of them. Another one would be a room with absolutely no windows and the door is closed and locked or something.
I don't like that. I can't do that one. No. Yeah, the elevators don't bug me, but one thing, this might take your mind off of the next time you get in an elevator and there's a lot of people in it, you just get to the front of the elevator and turn around and stare at everyone. People are like, what are you doing? And you just smile. Like, hey.
Do you also imagine them in their underwear?
Yeah, exactly. Imagine them naked in class and they forgot their homework, and it'll put you at ease.
Oh, my gosh, that's great.
I don't know, because in elevators, no one wants to look at each other or talk to each other. It's very strange.
Right.
If you do that, it kind of opens things up.
Yeah. Thank God for cell phones these days, because when that does happen, you know, you spend your time looking at the cell phone until you get to your floor.
You're absolutely right. That's the new way to pass like uncomfortable time. People used to look at their watches or put their hands in their pocket. Now it's like, where's my cell phone?
Or look at the numbers lighting up at the top. That's what it was.
Anything not to look at the person in the elevator. You're like, oh, God, don't say anything. I don't want to talk.
It's so strange. I don't know why we do that as human beings. I swear I don't.
I don't either.
I mean, I when I'm walking down the street and somebody's passing by me and they, you know, I'll look at them and smile. It's not a big deal to me. But when you get in an enclosed space like that, why do you do the complete opposite? I mean, I think you need to take a psychology class, Luke, and tell us about that.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna get on Phoenix online and I'll take the psychology class. That's the only question I'm gonna ask every class. They'll be like, we're not answering the elevator question. Shut up. And I'm like, no, this is all I care about. Why do we not talk to each other in elevators? I'm gonna get an answer.
Hey, I have a friend in psychology. She is in college for psychology. It's more for kids psychology, but I think she might be able to help us out with that. I might have to ask her next time I talk to her.
Please
and
let me
I'll
know.
try to let you all know.
Yeah, because I've never understood it.
Yeah. You think I have too much time on my hands with some of the questions I come up with in my brain?
No, these are fantastic. I love this. Ask me another elevator question.
Well, Sabina has some fun questions for you, so I'll let her go next. Go ahead, Sabina.
Okay.
Okay, the first one is, what is your hidden talent?
Ooh, my hidden talent. I'm a hell of a dancer.
All right.
Yep.
Anything on video that we could see?
I know, right?
My girlfriend has some that she will never see of me doing the Milli Vanilli dance.
Oh.
All right.
No, but I absolutely love it, and I've always had a fun time doing that. She's laughing right now, but that's a hidden talent.
Ooh, here's a good one. If there was a movie made of your life, who would you want to play you?
Oprah.
Oh my gosh,
that's great.
No, okay, sorry. No, would I say that out loud? Who would I? Gosh, it's hard not to be egotistical here. You know what I mean? Who would I want? You know who would do a fantastic job, and who I get compared to quite a bit from people that know me is the guy Will Forte from Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah.
From MacGruber. You know him?
Yep.
He's so similar, like in mannerisms and kind of sort of similar looking, but just his humor. I think he'd do a really funny job, actually. Or the guy from Arrested Development, Will Arnett, I think would be great.
Cool.
Oh, I like him too.
Yeah, he's really good.
What is the oddest thing you've ever done for money?
The oddest thing I've ever done for money? Okay. I used to work for a company called PPD, and that was a company in Austin, And what they did is they ran studies. I would recruit people to come in to do drug studies for drugs that weren't FDA approved, that were trying to get their approval, so they could find out the side effects of these drugs. So I'd recruit people in, have to make sure they were healthy enough to do the studies, and then they would take these pills or whatever, and then the other people would study the side effects of the drugs. So that was a very strange job that I did, was I think probably recruiting people for drug studies. I met some real interesting people that way.
Oh, my gosh. I can't even imagine. I would be too scared to do that. I'm scared enough to take regular drugs that are prescribed to me, and let alone taking something I have no idea what it's going to do to me.
And that's the thing. You saw a lot of people in some dire situations, you know what I mean? It was kind of heartbreaking sometimes, but at other times you met some really fun people, too, that were just like, hell yeah, $2,000, take a pill, let's do it.
Yeah.
Wow. So what was your first car, and what tales would it tell?
Oh, my God. My first car was a Ford Bronco 2, the little Broncos. It was either, I think, a 90-something. I don't remember what year it was, but, man, I drove the crap out of that. I got that when I was 16 and then drove that all the way through the end of college, and I think it's probably its last tell would be that it was like my stupid owner, Luke, drove me until I was out of oil and caught on fire.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But that's the tale I would allow it to tell you. There's some other tales it could tell about road trips and off-roading and stuff. Yeah. But that, man, I had a lot of fun in that car. Just took it all over the country with one of my buddies and just drove it like a complete jackass.
That sounds like lots of fun, though.
Yes, it was.
Okay, I have a slightly serious question. You can turn it funny if you feel the need. If Luke today could meet 16-year-old Luke, what advice would you give him?
I love these questions. Don't let anyone tell you what you're supposed to do in life. Don't let other people's perception of you and what you're talented in kind of sway you to what you think you should or shouldn't do. I mean, I think that's it. Just think of what I got caught up doing at a young age. It was like, oh, well, people think I should do this, and this is kind of the path that most people take, and that's what you have to do because it's expected of you. And I'd also tell 16-year-old Luke, grow some balls, to be honest. The confidence I have now, I didn't have when I was a kid. And just, it's weird because you don't want to go back and really change things because I'm really happy with where I am and where my life has gone. But you go through such a lot of growing pains, I think, kids at that age in high school where you're so worried about what people think and you're so insecure about yourself. If I could just look at that guy and be like, look, you're smart, you're talented, you're going to have an amazing life, man. You should own it. Just enjoy yourself right now and quit worrying about all this ridiculous stuff that down the road no one but you is going to remember.
That's very good advice.
I should have you call back and talk to my son and tell him that stuff because he just turned 17, and he's one of the kids that always worries about what people think of him. So
it's tough not to at that age, and I don't know. Do you find that it's for a lot of kids that age? I mean, I think maybe for most kids. I don't know. I definitely dealt with it, but I understand where he's coming from.
Well, and I got teased a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. I got teased a lot, so that didn't help matters any for me.
And I hate that. And that's what age were you getting teased? Like junior high, high school?
No, even younger. Like starting when I was in elementary school, going all the way through. And I went to 2 different schools in 2 different states, like for elementary school and high school. So, but yeah.
No,
I was the awkward one apparently.
Well, and I would love to talk to us at that age and say, look, this is how you are now. Just trust me. Like, I'm from the future. I know how this turns out. You're going to be fantastic. And most of these people making fun of you are going to peak in high school. You're going to have a laugh.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. I love watching those types of movies, too, where the dorky ones come back and they're the successful people and the other ones are, digging dirt somewhere.
Yeah, we all know that story for a reason because it really happens. And you look back at these people that just I don't know why they peaked at that age or what was going on in their lives, and it doesn't make me happy that they did, but it is nice to see those kids kind of blossom and be like, God, I knew there was talent there. I knew that kid was funny. I knew that kid was extremely smart. And now they're going and they're having amazing lives. And, yeah, but maybe it was good for us to struggle at that age, too. I think that teaches you a lot about your own character and pushing through that sort of stuff and coming out the other side. So that's the weird thing about this question. Would I change it? Would I tell myself that, or would that have changed who I am today? I don't know.
Yeah, you can't go back. I mean, I think you learn things for a reason, so you have to go through life in a certain way for you to become the adult that you become.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
It's just mapped out that way. You're going to take it, and you're going to like it, or you're not going to like it, and you're going to change it. That's it.
So I'm going to have to retract everything I said, and I would tell 16-year-old Luke, buy Apple stock. And then we'll see what happens from there.
And you will what?
We'll just see where that one takes us.
Yeah.
Apple and Starbucks.
Well, we have Gary coming back to our show in August, so maybe
awesome.
You can call in and tell some stories and embarrass him while he's on.
Oh my God, that's one of my favorite things to do is put that guy on the spot.
Awesome. That is going to be a fun show.
Oh my God, I'm not going to let him get away with that without me calling him.
I believe it's August 17th, isn't it, Sabina?
Well, you told me 27th, but we can double check.
No, it's not that far, but I'll let you know, Luke. I'm surprised Gary didn't call in. He knew you were going to be on today, so you got one up on him.
Well, he's so just respectful and wants everyone to shine. I think his mindset was probably like, this is Luke's time. I want to let him talk, but I would have loved if he would have called in. I'm really surprised. I have a buddy that threatened. He's like, oh, you should have never told me. I'm calling. I'm really surprised we didn't hear from him.
Well, Gary does respect you, and he talks very highly of you. So
well, I
can
appreciate
see that.
And it's a mutual respect from dealing with people that take pride in what they do and are good at what they do and try to treat people with respect, and I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, he's very happy to have you as a friend and as a cohort in his movie.
It's been an amazing journey. He and I talk about that frequently. Like, to be able to do it together, from him bringing me the script and the story and being like, hey, what do you think, to us less than 2 years later being wrapped and into editing already. It's a really good feeling.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it, and anything else that you have coming up. I'm not sure about the spooky movies as far as watching those. Maybe I'll do it through my fingers or something, or have like a party of 1,000 people to help me through.
Or, you know what, Pam, I'm just going to tell you it's comedy until you get in there, and you're like, God damn, Luke, you got me.
Yeah. There you go.
You devil.
Because that is the first thing that I watch. I always say that there's too much bad stuff going on in the world, and I want to sit down and I want to watch something that's going to be funny, and you forget about all those types of things. Or you watch a soap opera, you know.
Right. I love it. I think that's why it's so fun to create comedy, just because you are, if for only a little bit, you get people to forget about what's wrong and just enjoy life a little bit.
Definitely. Well, I want to thank you so much for spending the hour with us. It just flew by. You're very funny and very, very intelligent, and I look forward to everything that you have coming up, though.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much. I had a blast. I will call and talk to y'all anytime. I really, really appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome back anytime as well. Sabina?
Yes, I just wanted to say thank you again. I had a great time. I enjoyed chatting with you, and I will be looking for you on Twitter and Facebook or wherever, and following you and reading that blog thing that she told me about. I will definitely
Tumblr.
do that soon. Tumblr.
It's a Tumblr.
Watch out for tricks is my Tumblr tag.
And that should give you a clue right there.
Yeah,
Awesome.
you're in for a treat, ladies.
Well, I will definitely tweet you once I've read it and let you know what I think and how funny it was to me. And
even if you don't think it's funny, let me know. I enjoy it.
Okay.
Well, Sabina, there's a Santa Claus thing